So we found Bucky's ball and the chuck it. And even though canopy is going up, and it's always a tricky thing, especially when it's windy, it has to be tweaked and tweaked and tweaked. So it takes a while. Probably the longest thing we have to do the whole day. Anyhow, he wants to play. So let's see if we can chuck it for him. All right, I'm gonna try it, Buck. We're gonna give it a go. Well, don't be impatient. Okay, here we go. Ready? Sometimes I chuck it really well. Sometimes not so good. Oh no, here we go. Did you catch that?
I think he did. It sounded like it.
Oh, it hit the rocks. It sounded like he caught it. I was like, dude, that was really good. Bucky, I think it's over here. That was kind of crazy. Yep. Come here, Buck. Find it. Find it, Buck. Find it, Buck. You'll find it. Keep looking. He gets that nose going. And he eventually finds it. He's pretty good as a search dog. Bucky, you're way off. That just made me sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. Come here, Buck. It's this way. Oh. Well, while he's busy doing that, it's back to work. So yeah. And see, right back here is where the tent's gonna go. So it's gonna be on another added layer on the top of the tent to keep things warm, which is really nice, and dry, which is our major goal there. Now, we put it just over the fire, mostly because if it does rain or snow or ice, that we're able to keep a fire. Our next challenge will be, and we talked about bringing a tarp for this, which we forgot, would be to keep the wood dry. We'll figure that one out. If we have to stack it up against the fire pit or possibly up against the tent, which we talked about doing, that would be one way to keep it dry because it'll be under a canopy. So, yeah. It's a work in progress, and every time we do have figured out a system, sort of, but every time it is a little different, and you have to kind of be open-minded, go with the flow, kind of figure out what works in your particular circumstance, because the weather changes, the circumstances change. When we got here, it looks like somebody cut a tree. We haven't figured out yet what tree. It's kind of disturbing. Hopefully it was just a cut up dead tree. People aren't supposed to be cutting down trees out here, so it's like this guy right here. Every time I come and I give it a pat, I'm like, you poor thing. I don't know who thought that was clever to cut up on that tree. I'm assuming to get some of this sap for the resin for the fire, but still, that's just cruelty, and it's upsetting to see that. I've seen 2 or 3 trees out here scarred like that. So, old friend, hang in there. It's frustrating. And then the trash. I mean, every time we come, people leave trash. There's beer cans, beer bottles. We've seen one time in the fire pit, Kevin saw cracked pipes. It's just, this is a national forest, and it just makes you ill to think that people have no regard for, not just to mention other people that come here, but the animals that live here, or just the fact that it's a national forest and needs to be preserved, because people need to get out in nature more and really start to appreciate. It's just too beautiful to dismiss. Even when it's a mess after a storm, it's still beautiful. So later we can take a walk and look at some other things. I love these rocks. These rocks were here last time we were here, but before that these huge ones that are piled up weren't. So someone came in the meantime and dumped some rocks here. Don't know who, but they're beautiful. All right, get back to helping with the canopy. Looks like he's pretty well got it now. So it'll be time to put the tent up, most likely. So, all right, back to it.